I don't remember what it is.
Isaiah Giles, I think. I don't remember.
Mine's Tattoo Fan.
Of course.
I didn't set up any of the names. It was all Shannon.
Let's go, boy. Yes, sir.
Are you spectating me?
Yeah, mine's Isaiah Giles. Go watch it. Are you watching it?
Yeah, I just joined it.
Are you watching it? Is it Tattoo Space Fan?
It's just Tattoo Fan 1.
Is it Tattoo Space Fan? Oh.
You go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Murray now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Here's Murray. This complete to the tight end Clay. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he made that catch.
I just watched that happen.
He's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
I know, I tried getting a fast one. I tried pulling a
So
fast one.
they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got him on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Throwing again, Murray. Complete. It's Johnson. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I know. I have to. I don't know
To
what
throw
it is.
again on 2nd down. Murray to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, but now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And
Really?
Take
Okay,
this
game.
one in for the
Okay, game.
Arizona touchdown. David Johnson. His first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half. So on 3rd down, they dialed up the draw play. It worked. Got him in the end zone.
Wait, I have 2 viewers?
Likes to say,
I have 2
calling the
viewers.
draw, everyone wants to yell all the time when the draw doesn't work. Like, what kind of play call was that?
How do I have 2 viewers?
But it takes a little bit of fortitude to do that, and because you may catch them with the element of surprise and hit it. And in this case, they hit it for pay dirt.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Watch my stream, watch my stream, watch my stream.
Jackson, 76 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction.
Why'd you take it back? Oh, you got a touchdown. I didn't know that.
Thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw, it's Murray. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Oh, what the heck? That's kind of weird, bro.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Jackson, he's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, Ingram. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Nasty.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Six yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From midfield now on 2nd down, Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He uncorks it for Snead. That's going to be caught.
Look at my shoe, look at my shoe, look at my shoe.
There for Baltimore. 44 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft.
Why did you not toss it off? Really that's so retarded.
Defense.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays, and they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
Getting set to go again. We get a peek at Larry Fitzgerald as he heads back out there now.
Dude, you're playing
With
on
them
rookie,
losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more.
Yeah,
right?
I saw that.
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts. One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Murray going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Go into replay mode. Go into replay mode.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Go. Bro, wasn't that good?
Force
Calm
an
down.
incompletion and force another punt. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Thomas. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Steps away to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go screen. This is Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Draw play. Ingram now. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
It's still 35.
Hollywood Marquise Brown with his first career NFL touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now from Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First down, Murray. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete, 7 seconds remaining. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, 3rd down here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Murray to air it out again. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home.
I don't really care.
At Paul Brown Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Andy Dalton with 2 touchdown passes.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And no pitch there, and no chance either, as he's brought down
on a run-pass option. How do you
they have had success when he keeps the ball running it, but not in that situation. I mean, I think we got an example of why NFL coaches really don't like their quarterback in the running game.
Because whether he keeps it or not, he's likely going to take a hit, isn't he?
No doubt about it. And defenses, they're looking to put that hit on the quarterback.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big
Run pass option.
First down. So into Cardinal territory now.
If I don't want
It's
Lamar
first and
running,
10
how do I let
at
the running back run?
47.
Okay.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Room here to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Jackson. And he's got his target. That's more. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line.
Coming to you. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to pour it on. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Murray now to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, but it'll be second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Murray with a third and long. He gets this one to Johnson. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly. So that'll come back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep.
No, no.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know.
You've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute
I know I
offense
should
to
have. You
close
don't
the
have to
game
tell
out.
me.
But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Did you just see me
They
get
have had
wrecked?
success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. On 1st down, Ingram. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Ingram again. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Now it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
My line can't block. God dang it.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30
That's
before
like every
he's
hit
hit
I
and
do.
dropped.
Anytime I get like a user tackle,
That
it's
goes
always a
for
hit stick.
14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Murray now on 1st down. Into a double team,
Yes,
and it's
sir.
intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a handoff to Ingram. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Of course.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. That throw good for 4. It's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Christian Kirk, 89 yards. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
What if I don't want to call it?
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. On the move, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Ferguson in there to record the 2nd sack of his year.
Huh? Did they score on you?
NFL career. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, he's going to float this one deep.
He got
this is
burnt
caught
like
inside the
toes.
15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
I did.
Here's Jackson to throw, escaping the pressure, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 7 yards away as the Ravens push further out in front. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. He will push his way down to about the 14. And he is not
really about to score
get in
85
there.
points.
He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. He's been a load for them to handle defensively. I know that much.
Well, I mean, when you get
7
86
catches on the
points
game,
on you,
and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray. He can run for it, and he will.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
He'll return it from the 6. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And now here come the Ravens. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
He may try and run for this. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Throwing on second down. Jackson. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the turnover, here's Murray. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Charles Clay has tied in the intended target. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, you got three.
Throwing again. Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Here's Murray. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Patrick Owasor. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And he finds Fitzgerald. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Cards going to call another their second as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And that's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw again, Murray. And he hits Drake. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He's checking.
On third down, Murray. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. His first career touchdown pass.
It's not even my fault.
Yeah,
I was
cliche to
locked on the
say,
defensive
but he's
line.
probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Bryant tacks on the extra point. It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami, and it was the Patriots that wound up winners in that one. Tom Brady, good game throwing the ball over 300 passing yards. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So...
Oh my God! I saw that happen.
all in the rest. Watch how I flip. Watch how I whip. I'm on the rest. All in the rest. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. Car on the wrist. All in the wrist. Watch how I flip. Watch how I whip. I'm in the whip. All in the wrist.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Let's not.
They saying you switch to you won't. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They elevated us.
These players are on the last year of their contract.
I make a lot of new money, When it's not saving, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Wow, you trash, bro.
All on my wrist, AOB, just all off of getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your.
I'm going against the Chiefs. Yeah.
Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the bill. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on
Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot.
Oh, you just taxed.
Football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes now in his 3rd season in the league, leading the Chiefs onto the field. And, boy, when the Chiefs traded starting quarterback Alex Smith before 2018, a lot of people were wondering how good Patrick Mahomes could be, and he showed the entire league how good he could be, racking up over 5,000 yards and tied for 2nd most passing touchdowns in a season with 50 of them. And he was handed the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year awards. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
I'm not taking this serious enough. It's freaking Patrick Mahomes.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Kelce, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship.
Look at it.
Off the field. Very good friends. Attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason. And that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. It's complete to Robinson. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. First, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Do you see what I did?
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Ravens now under 12th-year coach John Harbaugh. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
Before the game, when I said hello to him, I tried to give him a little dap, but he wouldn't give me any, and I thought he was snubbing me. Then I realized he's keeping all that flame to himself. How about the week he had last week? AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He uncorks it for Snead. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
He uncorks it for Snead. It got his man complete. 33 yards that time. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Time to check the defensive starters here for Kansas City. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
He's going to rifle. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark,
how are they as fast as
Lamar
Lamar
for his second sack of the
No, that
afternoon.
doesn't make any sense.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
A second down pass play
No,
there, but
Willie
it's
Snead
incomplete.
can't catch for
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time
drop the wide
make a
open
play on
pass.
the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side.
Lamar Jackson, you suck!
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. Travis Kelce and the Chiefs set to take over again. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him
we
before
don't
he
talk
ever had
about
a
it.
chance to think about turning it upfield. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that.
My
That's
tight
a
end
long field goal
is
that they
saving
got
my
3 points
little
out of. They've
butt.
got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Jackson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Nowhere to
I got
escape,
rid of
and
the
he
ball!
Frank Clark able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Jackson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. This is Ingram. Slipped one tackle, but no more.
My line
He's
cannot
knocked to the
block
deck
for
behind the line of
freaking
scrimmage.
anything.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. It's a give to the right. Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. On second down, Ingram. And an alley to run. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mahomes now to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. As the offense takes the field, we zero in on Lamar Jackson. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Ravens. 56 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On second down. It's Ingram, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag
not a
route.
touchdown?
So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They'll run here with Ingram, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
Bruh.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Judon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Mahomes to throw. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey,
Big six. Let's go.
Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
He is
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
You're acting like you're not going to win.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep. And that's caught.
Wow, he just threw a dive.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, That should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
22 yards there, a first down. Those are the types of throws that Jackson has to be more efficient with this year. He really put an emphasis on improving his passing accuracy in the offseason. Because last year as a rookie, 58%, that was it. And his quarterback coach said the ball is coming out of his hand cleaner. The timing looks better. That's what they're hoping for. Everybody knows he can run, but now he continues his quest to be more well-rounded and improve on his conservative. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, as the first half is winding down, as the Ravens push further out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots.
Not.
And he usually comes through for them.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Cole Beasley, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we're off to check out another game. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Devontae Parker, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20. It's brought down at about the 23-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And maybe he's starting to... The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Jackson steps away. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Here's Ingram. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. On second down, Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Jackson, flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill with his first career NFL touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Look at that hit, look at that hit, look at that hit.
25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Look at this hit.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 16. Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Mahomes now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. They complete it to Hill. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense.
Now it's Mahomes again, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
15.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. Taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Yes, sir.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot in the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh, no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This pass into the arms of Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Jackson now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They toss to Ingram. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. But it's complete. They're going to get the first. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. And now a throw there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd down now, it's McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Pulled in at the 24.
Let's superstar
before they can get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Yes, I know. I can see.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great start to the second quarter, better than 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. On second and goal, Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now it's Jackson. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on fourth and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The sack by Terrell Suggs. So we were looking
How is
at
Terrell Suggs faster than Lamar Jackson?
Saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. If someone does it to them, you will hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Mahomes now on first down. He finds Robinson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mahomes now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins.
Look at hit.
He's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Look.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You're saying afternoon to forget, absolutely. Always able to
He caught that catch, check out. Watch that check. Watch that catch.
pulls it in.
Did you see it? I'm going back and replay, cuz. Okay, I don't want to replay. I really don't care. Dang, he actually caught that.
Second year with the Ravens for Hurst. He didn't have the rookie season he was hoping for, just 13 catches. Remember, he's older than the average second-year player. He spent 2 seasons as a pitcher in minor league baseball before hanging up the glove and heading to the gridiron. Now he says he's more determined than ever. Put on 20 pounds of muscle in the offseason. Says he's on a mission with a lot to prove this year. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Here's Jackson to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody didn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Over to my. Isaiah, I gave your stream a like. Will you give my stream a like?
Yes, ma'am.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Let's go, baby. Big birds. You know how many times I was telling you this whenever you didn't have PlayStation Plus?
I know, but like, I didn't have a Christmas where I just got money.
There ain't no time, is it? Playing skills, you did.
Can you bring Madden with you so, like, you know, yeah. Can you bring Madden with you whenever you go on your trip? On your trip! You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hate
you don't.
Why bet you wanna be famous? They elect the
Nothing.
You know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the haters. I make a lot of new money. When it's not savers. You be liking my flavor. I think it's cause. Watch out, I never switch. I never switch. I never switch. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. Ice in the wrist. Ice in the wrist. Ice in the wrist. Ice in the wrist.
I was legit ever since I blew. They all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I had it. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. That I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick then he with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Know what I'm saying?
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
I said, you know what I'm saying? You're like, huh?
Watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, all in the wrist. I never switch.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need
Your player is now. There is a high chance of re-injury if you play him. It's your decision.
in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking.
You're right,
Make
I
it count
don't.
for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Oh yeah, oh my, we ride.
You have grades for each position that browse available players to improve your team.
I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. It's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case.
Will you be on Madden tomorrow?
I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before.
Are you?
Now my problems let me point up and magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if you're getting on tomorrow.
Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails.
That song slaps.
Man tripping 'cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate.
Give me some Ingram. It's a coach. You're a...
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns, and his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And the Baltimore Ravens. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson forced out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
I just got pick 6.
Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Yes, I did.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get
really
rolled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power...
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns ready to go to work here on offense, and their man behind center, well, that's Baker Mayfield, the #1 overall pick last season, who set a rookie record with 27 touchdown passes. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson now. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Now watch one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And now running right through it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Now Jackson on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down. To throw is Jackson. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram.
You still there, big man? Zaya?
Yes.
You still...
Let's go, boy.
Dang, you're like really focused.
I can barely hear you.
You're like really focused.
I know. It's a championship.
His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
And the focus will definitely be on wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. after the trade from the New York Giants to the Cleveland Browns. How will he mesh with his new quarterback, Baker Mayfield? And can they be the duo that leads Cleveland to the playoffs for the first time since 2002?
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Let's go.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now on 2nd and 16. Jackson dancing to his left. This will be caught by Brown. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After 1, 17-7 to score.
He's on the Steelers.
EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. A toss play to Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Go.
Possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
Switch up.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that.
That's literally what I just asked.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Look here. Look.
They're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 31 yards there to first down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Quarterback?
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah. Touchdown. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And an alley to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get
look at the hit.
20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I have the pass.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen
I just saw your stream. You literally were on the run through an 82-yard
open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle.
Actually, I really don't care.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body, but Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
Why'd you make yourself so tall?
180. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
And this won't be enough. A
Get
good
sacked.
secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ha get wrecked.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Being chased out left. It's complete to Snead.
Alright, I'm looking. Wow, Devin Bush is destroying you guys.
They don't want it. Keep playing. Hold on.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where you're...
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. His throw caught right around the 6. The end result, 21 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And Jackson throwing once more, escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. In the final seconds of the first half, as the Ravens push further out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Still over?
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. Ryan Tannehill's thrown a touchdown there. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail that one to the visiting Oakland Raiders. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And as you see, they are currently all tied with the visiting Redskins. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
That was not their most stride.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Mayfield. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 28. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson buying time to his left. Snead's got it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Bartney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. As the Ravens push further out in front.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He was trying to force it into his receiver, Landry, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield on play action. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off. 16
yards on that one at a Raven 1st.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays out...
And he will score! Touchdown, Baltimore! A 12-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, and go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down, and that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
7 yards there and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold.
Nah, I'm just ending the stream.